What's going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. I think I'm going to title this video Male Self-Care or Self-Improvement 101. So if you are a man of any age really, or a young man, and you want to improve the quality of your life, improve your life situation in any way, what are some of the things that you can concentrate on to help enable that? I've spoken about it before on this channel, but I'm a strong advocate for it, so I'm going to talk about it again. But I made a post actually on my Instagram recently, at change_doctor if you want to follow. But it's from Jimi Hendrix, which is ironic because he was quite a big druggie, as everybody knows. But he said if you want to change your life, you have to get your head together first. And that's definitely true in my experience. If you are an addict, or you have a bad habit, let's say you're drinking or you're putting a drug in your system every day or even every other day, it's something that's going to hold you back and stop you from becoming the best possible version of yourself and become the person you were born to be, if you will. Even if you are drinking on the weekends, I'm kind of biased because I'm sober, but if you think, even if you are drinking on the weekends or going out and getting pissed Friday, Saturday, or Friday, Saturday, Sunday, not only is that bad for your body, but if you have a goal or something that you're trying to reach and you make that Monday to Friday bit of progress, and then you go out and get fucked up for the entire weekend, you then have to start the next week again, feeling crap, you're feeling shit, you're probably going to be feeling a little bit depressed, you might be regretting some of the decisions that you made over the weekend. So then basically you're creating this wave like this where you're up and you're down, you're up and you're down. So being sober will help take all those fucking bumps out of the road. Obviously not all the bumps, life has bumps, do you know what I mean? Shit happens, but at least you're going to be more emotionally able to deal with things. You're going to be thinking a lot more clearly. So if you have a bad habit, let's just say you wouldn't call it a bad habit, you might just call it a habit. Maybe you smoke a joint every other day. Okay, try cutting down. If you're drinking every day, try going to every other day, or try going to just the weekend, or just one day a week as like a treat. If you're really feeling really fucking strong, go to like one day a month. Do you know what I mean? If you are unable to cut down, and you've tried to stop many times before, you probably got a problem, and it's something that you might need to get help with. There's many avenues you could choose to do that, but talking to somebody and realizing that you actually have a fucking problem is first and foremost. If you can't do that, if you can't identify the fact that you have a problem, you're fucked. So my recommendation or advice that I can give on that is, first test yourself to see if you can control it, to see if you can cut down. If not, it's something that you're going to need to look into. The second thing that I would recommend for male self-improvement, absolute fucking staple, for male self-improvement, is going to the gym and improving your physique. The benefits to this are so fucking big, like it's hard to cover them all. But at any age, for you to go to the gym and improve your fitness and your physique is going to have knock-on effects into the rest of your life. Going to the gym releases those natural endorphins and make you feel good. You're less prone to depression. You're going to have more energy. You're going to have better sleep quality. Picking up heavy weights will increase your testosterone. So there's so many fucking benefits. It's going to make you feel more confident. It's going to make you more appealing to the opposite sex. Going to the gym, everybody knows it's fucking good for you, but not nearly enough people are doing it. It's so fucking important to take care of your health. And unfortunately, people's health is not really an issue until they're sick or they're really not well, and then it becomes a fucking massive deal. So just start going to the gym, picking up heavy weights, get a good workout routine. Maybe you're not into weights. You know, go and take up a combat sport. Go and join a boxing club or Muay Thai, MMA, whatever it is that tickles your fancy. The next thing I will talk about is your diet. Now, a lot of guys, like especially at my age, I'm 41, going into later life, you know, people don't take care of their diets. And I think, you know, food has never been worse for you than it is now. There's foods that's fucking rich in sugar, you know, they're not nutritiously dense, you know, with those sorts of foods with links to cancer, diabetes, poor cardiovascular health. Having like a good, well balanced diet is going to give you more energy, it's going to fuel you for your workouts and your days. You're going to feel better, you're going to have more energy. Like, it's a no brainer. Obviously, we're all fucking human, and I'm exactly the same. I like to keep like Fridays as a cheat day, when normally I'll just have a cheap meal. Do you know what I mean? Not even like a whole cheat day where I just eat absolute shit all day long. I just maybe will get like a burger or something like that. Improve your nutrition. So fucking important. The next thing that I want to talk about is increasing your testosterone. Um, you know, there's a huge fucking gap in the levels of testosterone that the average man has now to what maybe your grandfather had, or, you know, a relative 80 years ago. You're talking, I think, about the average was probably like 600 milligrams per deciliter back then. Now you're talking about 300, 350. Obviously, testosterone is massive if you're a man. You know, it's part of who we are. To have depleted levels of testosterone is fucking detrimental to you as a man. So how do you increase your testosterone? Going to the gym and picking up heavy weights. I know we just covered it, but that's something that's going to boost your testosterone. You know, you can get natural testosterone boosters. As well as that, you know, foods that naturally help boost your testosterone. Stuff like avocado, salmon, nuts, eggs, steak. Get all that kind of stuff into your diet. That's going to have a massive effect. I'm going to add in meditation. It helps to keep you more relaxed. It helps to keep you more calm. Helps you think more clearly, especially like in critical or like pressing situations where you need to think on your feet. It definitely helps. And it, you know, it helps to keep you more relaxed, and life's fucking stressful. Do you know what I mean? Life's really stressful. Why wouldn't you do something to help alleviate some of that stress? Like, it makes perfect fucking sense. I would recommend adding like 10 minutes meditating in the morning. You know, it can be hard to do, like, it can be hard to focus and like switch off and just relax into it. My advice then would be to like start off low. Like, if you can only close your eyes and fucking empty your mind for like 3 minutes, do that, and then build it up a minute at a time, or 2 minutes at a time. Go to 5 minutes, then go to 10 minutes, you know, maybe 15 minutes. 15 minutes is fucking gold. You're golden basically with 15 minutes, like 12 to 15 minutes. I find that like the sweet spot. You know, sometimes you can throw in a little 20-minute or half an hour meditation, and just run with it. Do you know what I mean? Just practice it. It's like anything else. You need to put some effort in and keep doing it and keep practicing, and then you'll find you're going to get better and better at it. And you actually look forward to that little quiet time that you have with yourself. Do you know what I mean? And where you can just switch off and just relax. Like, it's so fucking beneficial. Like, I highly recommend it. The next thing that I want to talk about is no fat, which is obviously not fucking beating your meat. Like, while having sex actually increases your testosterone, it doesn't work the same when you masturbate. Now, it's terrible for your fucking brain. And anything that depletes your testosterone, which includes alcohol, actually, I didn't add that into the being sober bit. But, you know, it's all well and good doing stuff to increase your testosterone, but then if you're drinking lots of alcohol, it's kind of like counterproductive. Do you know what I mean? There's no point. So yeah, not fapping. You don't need to masturbate every day. Do you know what I mean? And if you are someone who's watching porn a lot, you're going to have less energy. You're going to probably be more prone to depression, and you're going to have less testosterone for sure. So that is like super important for male self improvement. The next thing I'd want to add in would be skincare. You know, and that's probably, I've seen the importance of it because of my age. I'm 41, as I keep fucking stating. But, you know, people don't take enough care of their skin. And I said before, like the time that I grew up in, you would be bullied, you would be tormented. But you know, one of the benefits of this fucking mad time that we live in is that it's now acceptable for men to have a skincare routine, whether you think men are being feminized or not. Um, you know, I think everyone has a right to look good later on in life without having surgery or any kind of other fucking cosmetic bullshit. You know, so take good care of your skin. You know, you can get a few you know, testosterone friendly moisturizers as well, so that's worth looking into. But yeah, taking good care of your skin, man, like it's important. Another thing that I want to talk about that often gets overlooked is sleep. Do you know what I mean? Like getting the right amount of sleep is going to help you recover from your workouts. Again, it's going to help you feel more energized. You're going to be able to think better on your feet. I actually don't get the recommended. Well, sometimes I do. They say like 7 to 8 hours. Oftentimes I'll sleep like 6 to 7 hours, and that's just my fucking body clock basically, and the way my life is working at the moment. You know, I wake up in the morning normally at like the same sort of time, regardless of when I go to sleep. It's quite fucking annoying actually. I wouldn't say as much sleep as you can, but try to get that 7 to 8 hours. Do you know what I mean? Another thing that can help you is reading. Reading, unfortunately, is one of those things that's kind of like dying out. Picking up like a hard copy of a book and reading it cover to cover, like there's so much. I just feel like, I'm not saying print is dead. Do you know what I mean? But for me, it's definitely something that's dying out. Like not that many people really read a good book anymore. Even like fucking fiction. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't know many people who actually read. You know, I've said before on this channel, like, especially when you're picking up like motivational books or like autobiographies and stuff like that, people spend their whole lives like writing some of these books, condense it down into like 300 pages, and you can fucking consume that. It's like taking somebody's whole life experience and just condensing it down into a little book which you could probably read in less than a week easily. Do you know what I mean? And it's a really good way to learn. It keeps your brain sharp. So do that as often as possible. Again, that's something else that I don't actually do enough of in the last few months. Obviously, I've had shit going on, which you'll know about if you watch any of these other videos. But yeah, highly recommend reading to add to your little list of self-improvement things that you need to be concentrating on. The last thing that I want to talk about is limiting your social media exposure. Now, there's obvious links to like the amount of time you spend on social media to poor mental health. You know, kids self-harming and stuff like that, depression, anxiety. I found this when I stopped using Facebook, because what I found was, you know, people upload all the best pictures of themselves. You know, everything's for a fucking like anyway. There's not really much authenticity in it. People just trying to post like their best lives, which they're not actually living. They'll post like aesthetic pictures or whatever, you know. And I used to find myself getting like pissed off more when I was using Facebook a lot. So like I would wake up in the morning and be like, the first like 10-15 minutes of my day, this is when I was smoking cigarettes, I'd have like a cigarette, a coffee, and then I'd be on fucking social media for like 10-15 minutes, sometimes 20 minutes a day. And then throughout the day, like on breaks at work, or you know, when I get in from work, and it zaps all of your fucking time. That time can be better used, like doing something else, concentrating on something else, working towards a goal, going to the gym, or doing any of the other things that I've just spoken about in this video. And I found myself getting like more depressed, and as soon as I stopped using it, I swear to God, like I felt so much better. I mean, I still use social media now. I barely use Facebook. I just post stuff to my Instagram, and you know, it posts on Facebook at the same time. But also on my Instagram, I set like a 5 minute limit. Sometimes I go over like 2 or 3 minutes or whatever, but at least it puts it in place for 5 minutes. So it pops up. It's like, yep, you've spent 5 minutes too long, basically. And then you know, within a minute or two, I'll put it down. So stuff like that is really helpful. Try to limit your social media exposure for sure. You know, your time is just going to be better spent elsewhere.